Today I'm going to show you how to beat a fast expanding Protoss as Terran. So my method is a semi all-in with upgraded 3 racks units and pulling about 10 to 15 SCVs off your line. So this has worked in my past 3 games, so we'll go to our replays here. So this TvP, this TvP, and this TvP. So I'm going to quickly go through these games at about ×4 speed and show you how it works. So here I am in the bottom, he's in the top right here, so we're going to speed this up to ×4. I'll show you my build order a little bit here, and we'll glance over at him time to time. So supply depot at my front wall, around 10 supply. Barracks at around 12 supply. Now this build order varies through all 3 games. Sometimes I started refinery first, sometimes barracks first. So this is a refinery around 14. I'm repairing my SCV while he's attacking it, just enough time to get the Marine out, so that's an interesting little strategy. So engineering bay before my second barracks, reactor on my first barracks, got my orbital down, which I got around 18. Second refinery here around 23. So now here's my 3 racks coming out. So I'll put tech labs in both of these. I've got my +1 weapon started. 2 geysers going. So you see him scouting up here. I see his expansion. I see his 3 gateways and his robo. He's got his observer. So I'm going to push out with this small set of Marines. So you can see here I'm researching shields first, then stim pack, and then I'll research concussive shells once shields are finished. Pushing up a little bit, take out 1 zealot, back off. I could have lost a lot of Marines here had he chased them down with his stalkers. I guess he was worried about a bigger push. So starting +1 shields, I'm up to 24 SCVs. He's at 25, so equal SCVs now. But he's got his expansion out and he's mining from it as well. So he's got 1 immortal, 6 stalkers. So we'll speed this back up to +4. I'm building up my units here, waiting for shields and stim pack to finish closely to the same time. So I'm pushing out. So I'll slow this down to faster. So I've got about 16 SCVs along with my army, so pretty close to all in. Still a couple left mining back at home. Here comes the attack, so I stim up, do a little stutter step, just to try to get close enough into those force fields. And this +1/+1 on my units here is just destroying through his army, and he leaves. So that's the first game. So let's get out of this one. Go to the second replay. So the second replay will have a slightly different build order, but still the same thing. 3 racks, 2 tech labs, 1 reactor, getting the engineering bay early for the +1 on shields and weapons, and then pushing out with a few SCVs. So he's in the top here, I'm in the bottom. We'll speed this up to, well, ×4. Pull the units and name bar. So what's my strategy this time? Supply depot at the front around 10, and then straight to a refinery, so getting some early gas. So I don't have this this build order down pat. I'm just playing around with it right now, but it's worked 3 games in a row, and it's worked more on more than just platinum versus platinum. It's worked on platinum versus diamond as well. So maybe this will get me into my my diamond level if I could figure a strategy against TvT and TvZ as well. This is definitely solid versus TvP, because it seems like every Protoss player wants to fast expand, especially on a bigger macro map like this. So we'll go to his base. He's putting his 3 gateways down. I've yet to scout him. Where is he spending his chrono boost? Warp gate. And he places his nexus down around 6 minutes. So I'm scouting here now to the top right. So what am I doing here? Again, shields first, impact second. I've got my engineering bait here getting +1. Reactor was my first add-on to my barracks. I'm going for my scout. I see his unit composition. I see his entire base, including all 4 gateways. Let's switch to my view here. So yeah, I see almost everything, including the Twilight Council. So here he force fields off my units. I'm only going out here with 1-0, but I don't attack his nexus. I haven't stimmed up yet, so I wait to stim up until I see his army. As soon as I've got his army again, then I'm safe. So I push right in. He pulls his probes off the line. +1 armor is still only 3/4 done. So this was at the 10-minute mark. Previous game it was at the 10:30 mark, so a little later because I had to wait for the shields to finish. As you can see, I have plenty of gas in the bank. I've taken off all my workers off the mineral line, not the gas, but it doesn't matter. It's pretty well a half all in here. So that was that game. So had I wasted my time going for this Nexus, he would have saved up enough energy to wall me off here. And who knows, if he had his Colossus Bay here, it might have actually worked against me. But you know, I was smart enough not to waste my time on the Nexus and to go straight for his army. So we'll go to the third game. This is against the diamond level player. So on Antigua Shipyard, the other ones were Antigua Shipyard and Tal'Darim Altar. So we'll pull open this one against the Wildfire. So units, name bar, speed this up to ×4. So I'm in the right here, he's in the top. So we'll see what build order I go for this. It really doesn't matter so long as you get those structures out in a fairly decent order. You do want the gas up relatively soon to afford all these upgrades. But you're going to go pretty marine heavy initially. So he's got gas gateway, cybercore, very typical. Very typical here as well. Barracks, then refinery. Second barracks and engineering bay just finished. Do I go for the upgrade immediately? There we go. So I get the +1 just about the time my second refinery is finishing. So reactor and tech lab at the same time. So a little bit different time. Usually I have my reactor up earlier. I'm scouting up here. I see his nexus go down at its natural. So you know, I know he's doing some sort of expand, and he's doing a 2-gate robo, 3-gate robo. There we go. To his expansion, very sentry heavy. Sending out an observer, so I saw the observers. I could see the blur, but I'm moving my units around, waiting for scan. Then he backs off. He actually pumps out 2 observers. So he's got one here. So he's gonna be able to see my attack come in. So Stimpak's almost done, all the other upgrades are done, +1's almost done, so I'm almost ready for my attack here. So I kill that 1 observer. I actually put down a factory as a backup. I don't take all my SCVs, so we'll slow this down. So you can see I'm still left with, you know, a few SCVs, at least a dozen of them, and I'm taking... How many am I taking with me here? Let's just try to double click some of these guys here. So I'm taking about 10 SCVs with my 12 Marauders and 17 Marines, so a lot Marauder heavy compared to the first game. So he saw the attack coming in because he had his observer out here. So we'll see how this goes. He has his Colossus just coming out right now, Thermal Lance on the way. But +1's done. I see the Colossus and I think I run up the ramp and snipe it. He's got pretty well no forces left here, 2 Zealots. And as soon as his Colossus goes down, he has no army. Last Zealot, there we go, and he leaves. So, there's 3 games in a row that this has worked against 2 Platinum players, and this was a Diamond level player. So, this seems to prove to be quite a good strategy. So, if you're a Terran player and you're having trouble against a Protoss fast expanding, you know, try this semi all-in, see how it works for you. Definitely has worked for me, and it's gonna help get my rank up there. So I'll show you that he is a diamond level player. You know, I was diamond at 1.2, so it's not a big deal, but it's nice to know this strategy works on certain players of a certain caliber. So yeah, so he's a top 25 diamond level player. So anyways, if you like this video, if you found anything useful, if you think you're going to use some of the strategies, you know, comment, like the video, and subscribe if you want to see any more. And I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you guys later. Bye.